Thank you. Welcome back to Blue Exorcist Anime Review, Episode 44. We're here reviewing the 67th episode of the series, If It Weren't For Me. This episode is halfway through the 5th season of the anime. Yes, halfway through. This adapts pretty much basically Chapter 108 and almost the entirety of Chapter 109 except for the last page. Yeah, they skipped the last page of this one. So we start with Satan telling his followers, hey, we're banning this place. And they're like, why? And then eventually Lucifer basically questions him. Of course, like, don't go against him. And that's last see of Lucifer and his siblings. Because they're not mentioned in the rest of the episode. It's like they're there and they do practically nothing. So then, of course, Yuri goes with him and they go into hiding for a bit. And then, of course, they go in the room. And, of course, like, oh, you smell different. It's like, oh, maybe I changed whatever. Like, yeah, he knows something. Also, the fact that Satan is dying. And part of this, basically, when they escaped, okay, we need to shave your beard, we need to get you clean clothes, and also we need to get you a haircut. She also talks to her friend Jenny, which, of course, after she talks to her, one of the exorcists decided to shoot her because she dared to suggest releasing the clones. These clone children. Yeah, I'm like, you are a complete moron. You want to kill this one because she want to release kids? That's so dumb. Like, I guess he's part of the more corrupt side of the organization. Yes. So, while this is going on, Mephisto basically is, after detailing his report, they don't entirely buy it. They think that basically it's incomplete. They think he left details out, a lot of details, and they think that there should be third investigation. He does explain stuff also, but before this, then of course, Satan and Yuri are captured by the Exorcist. Shiro's there because of his closeness to her. So, then Mephisto reveals to everybody that Yuri Yagin is pregnant with Satan's child. You're thinking, oh, he's going to birth the Antichrist. No, she's pregnant with the lead of the series. Yeah, so my guess is presumably off screen these two must have slept together. It's possible. There's thing also with Blue Flame, and she's basically confined to a cell because she's pregnant. It's not because she's pregnant, it's because she's pregnant with Satan's child. Which they later found out she's actually pregnant with twins because they didn't do a thorough examination of it. And the twins refer to a child H and child M. Which one is which, they're not very clear about. Not even the manga is clear about this either. Though, given the actions of one of them, basically in the episode, I can imply this one's probably red. So, Mephisto tasked Shiro to be part of Operation Blue, like, asked, like, you want to take Operation Blue? He's like, I'm in. He's like, what? And I'll basically find this Katama sword. And then he goes to the priest, basically, we was first introduced in the Kaito Saga incident, back in season 2. We see, like, a younger version, probably about 20 years for the Dimension series. Yep. And they come with the swords, like, oh, you're going to kill him. And they have a flashback where, oh, yeah, that's before he left. That's when he found that Yuri's actually pregnant. And then he arrives, and of course he has some deacons. I think in the case of these other people here, I think these people would also pop up when he runs the orphanage later on. It's possible. More help me here. So, before he leaves, we see young Shira once again, which just ties him more basically to flashback in the previous season. This is another appearance by her in the flashback. So, and they can't do anything to the baby because there's this crib barrier surrounding the girl. And then, of course, basically, they have her like, oh, water broke, so she giving birth. And I do gotta praise the anime for this. Having what looks like to be like a female nurse stand in front of Yuri when she's about to give birth, that's actually a really smart idea to do because from what I can tell, that's probably standard procedure even for hospitals, basically, to have somebody stand in front of, usually probably like a woman, to help with delivery. And we have two women basically holding her hand. I'm like, why isn't Shiro next to her? I get the fact he's got the comatose sword, but why can't he just walk over to basically hold her hand? Because prior to basically people saying he had a thing for Shiro. And then she gives birth. And then one of the kids, who was born a tail, and the Demon somehow just automatically cut because he just shoots right out. I'm like, in no birthing thing, that probably doesn't happen. And then he starts going, then this baby starts going nuts and killing a bunch of exorcists. Heck, they had a bunch of exorcists look like from like all over the world for this one birth. And if you're curious how many exorcists in one room, it looks like there's 100 people here. Like maybe 200 people in this room. And this room was packed with people, though there's actually like a bit of space surrounding the birth bed. I would have thought, though, they would have given her a bit of privacy because this is her giving birth. I get the fact to keep an eye on her, but I would have given her a bit of privacy over this because I would think this is violating Yuri's privacy, because normally pregnancies like this are held in private. Why? It just basically, you watch Damon, let's read the manga, like, why is she giving birth in this open space like this? Why not just do it in a room where they can keep an eye on her in a separate place? I get the fact, yes, you want to have all these exes nearby, but yeah, that just seems a bit of excessive. And this I kind of fault the manga for this particular. This is actually the manga's fault, not the anime's fault. The anime's done it really well. And of course, we have Ren going nuts. So his demon half is coming through. So Mr. proceeds to close down, have a cool his head, and then he says, "Oh man, Mom, and Yuko." And we see Yuko on the Illuminati helicarrier with a bandaged up eye, which will probably lead into our next episode. Yes, and by the way, this arc will see appearance by Shimmy, which of course, this particular arc will lead into something that develops her character that sets us what happens in our next arc of the series. Yes, there is something about her that is quite interesting. Yes, but overall, real damn good episode. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I was planning doing the anime Lonely in Another World. I've decided to postpone that for a while because even though that I'm ready to do it, I kind of feel this out. I just finished catch up an anime that I don't want to basically jump to that one right away. I'm going to wait a bit. Do I do this break? Probably not. But there's one anime I do want to start up, but also because I also have another light novel I'm currently reading right now that I really want to continue reading because I've been totally enjoying this thing. It is this one right here, which was confirmed for an anime adaptation coming out in April. I'm the evil lord of intergalactic empire. And unlike other isekais, this is basically him getting reincarnated in the future. Not in a fantasy setting, the future, which I thought was so cool. And the fact that the woman to cover is this woman here, that's a robot. A female robot. Who this woman is here, I'm not sure. I haven't got that right, but yeah. Oh yeah, the fact he's supposed to be evil, but the fact he actually is really cool. But yeah. Also, the whole thing does a lot with AI. It's like he's over-relying AI. I guess that's a nod to real life. People are afraid of AI, possibly. Yeah, so that's pretty much a particular view. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and join us like button. Well, next up is going to be comic history. I'm done with a bit, but do have an interesting topic of this one. Okay, thanks you. Bye.